We're just at the end of the annual Holyrood Week, which takes place roughly at the end of May or early June each year and involves a number of engagements in and around Edinburgh, but spread out often quite far across Scotland. It's been a very busy week, and we're speaking, as you can see, in the grounds of the palace. And behind me is Arthur's Seat, the extinct volcano, at least we're all hoping it's still extinct, and Salisbury Crags. So it really is a very dramatic setting. This week has actually seen us in and around Edinburgh quite a bit, but we've also been out to Perth, which is about 45 minutes drive north. When we were in Perth earlier this week, there were a number of engagements, including a visit to Balhousie Castle, which is the regimental home of the Black Watch, of which His Royal Highness is Royal Colonel. We also attended a farmers' market, which was fantastic. A huge crowd in the centre of Perth, albeit in the rain, but that didn't really spoil anything very much. And we also visited Stanley Mills, which was one of the Princess Regeneration Trust's earliest successes. Its predecessor trust, the Phoenix Trust, which helped to develop the project and to save the mills really from extinction, with a considerable amount of input, both moral and practical and financial, from Prince of Wales. The next day we were based back in Edinburgh. The Royal Highnesses travelled short distance up to the other end of the Royal Mile to Edinburgh Castle to attend a memorial service for those who have fallen in Afghanistan. Solemn occasion, but in true Scottish style, a kind of practical and direct, without much fuss, commemoration, and I think people appreciated it. And then that afternoon, actually, His Royal Highness came back here to the palace to address a major climate change summit, which was organised by Scottish Business in the Community, one of the 6 major charities that His Royal Highness is very much involved in, and indeed started in Scotland. We then travelled a little further south to the village of Luss, and had 2 or 3 very good engagements there, where again under the inspirational leadership of the Church of Scotland minister there, Dr. Dane Sherrard, where the church at Luss is used for weddings by people from all over the world. People come from Australia, New Zealand, the States and elsewhere, because they can webcam those services and put them on the internet so that relatives a long way away can watch what's going on, which has proved to be enormously popular. So drawing attention to work that people are doing for the benefit of the community, immediate and more widely, is a key part of the sort of work that the Royal Highnesses undertake. The sort of work that isn't necessarily recognised either by the national media or elsewhere, and I think people appreciate it very much. And then down to Dumfries House, which of course is the Adam Mansion in East Ayrshire, not Dumfriesshire, as people quite often think, and understandably so, but in East Ayrshire, which the Prince saved with 2 weeks to go until the Chippendale collection of furniture and the other contents of the house were put up for sale on the international market and broken up. And 3 years ago he intervened very last minute with the help of a £20 million loan, which we're finding ways of trying to pay off, in order to keep the collection together and to preserve the house, which is a beautifully kept example of the famous Adam brothers' work. Of course, it's well known that the royal family have a long and enduring and indeed passionate affection for Scotland and her people, and the Duke and Duchess of Rothesay are no exception to that.